everybody. Welcome to Planet New Jersey. With me, as always, is Double Trouble. I got Vinnie Civitillo and Cowboy Randy Dandy. And
Howdy.
our very special guest star is Danielle Wink.
Hello. How is everybody?
Everybody's
Danielle,
fabulous.
thank you so much for coming. We are thrilled, of course. Our Planet New Jersey podcast, our official sponsor is NJM, New Jersey Manufacturers. Check them out for all your auto, homeowner, renter, business insurance needs. No jingles, no mascots, just great insurance, NJM.
Hey.
So to get into the show, I have an icebreaker that I've been thinking about. It's summertime, but it's all year round. New Jersey is famous, of course, for diners. I think like we all have our favorite diners. What I noticed after COVID is that there are like no more 24-hour diners that I can find.
Very true.
We used to have loads of, especially when you're younger, you go to like all night diners. We had a diner called the Inkwell that we called the Stinkwell, that was in Long Branch. And Bob Dylan has a song about it actually in the Inkwell. It just closed this past year, but it was open in 1968 till last year. That was kind of
Oh,
Wow.
our big haunt. So I wanted to ask you all about some diner memories or your favorite diners or
wow. Well, first, thank you guys for having me. I feel very famous right now. You have no
We're honored
idea.
to have you.
Ooh.
Thank you. So actually, there are two 24-hour diners right near me.
and they're still
Like,
open 24 hours?
yes, they are 24 hours.
That's
So
awesome.
yes, there's two. There's the one because I have amazing mozzarella sticks. Oh,
Route
love that.
130?
Yes, it is,
Oh, that's my
sir.
daughter's favorite. Yeah.
Where on Route 130?
There's one in Cinnaminson and one in Delran.
Okay.
Yes.
Delran, I think, is the one I probably go to the most.
Route
I'm with
130
you. Yep.
diner.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. But yeah, that's actually a newer one. So I'm gonna show my age. Back in the day, that was a Burger King. Like back in the day when I was in high school, because we would
Wow.
walk during half days and go
Wow.
have
Did they keep the building or
places.
they knocked the whole
They
building
kept
down?
no, they kept the building. They just redid it.
How cool.
So yeah, it's
Top
kind
tier
of cool.
breakfast and mozzarella sticks for sure.
Yes, you have to. And then there's the other one in Cinnaminson, which it's Pandora. That's the one in Cinnaminson. They're open 24 hours. That one's it's been there forever, and it's just had different names going on. But yeah, it's 24 hours, so comes in handy.
That's awesome. We have none that are 24 hours anymore. I
You
mean,
should
I
come
You
think
got to
come to
give
my hood.
Casey the addresses after we're done. Yeah.
I will. I'll take you on a tour of my area.
All right, excellent. The Danielle tour. Vinny, what
It'll
about
be
you?
fun.
I've never been a huge diner guy. I don't know. Like
What?
I stop in and I eat at diners. I usually get like a burger or a BLT, but like it's not like I've ever had my diner that I go to. Um yeah, no. I
Oh.
don't know what it is. Like, there's so many things that like everybody in New Jersey does and loves, and I've been here most of my life, and I don't know. I guess I'm just weird.
His Planet New Jersey passport is being
Yes,
reviewed as we speak.
you know what it is.
Exactly.
I grew up in the East Windsor Heightstown, Princeton area, and there's a big diner there. And when I was growing up, that was like the big diner. And then at some point while I was growing up, they decided they wanted to be like more of a high-end restaurant. So like, everything got fancier, the prices went way up, and they kind of like priced me out because I'm like a high school kid at the time. Like, I don't want to spend like $20 on a burger, in the 90s. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, like I kind of moved away from the whole diner thing early, and I never really went back.
Oh, that
I
is
was a diner guy for sure, Case. Like I like late nights hanging out after football games and games, like hanging out in diners. The cool things I can remember about diners for sure, especially like during high school years, was like if you would go to a diner, like say 9:30, 10 o'clock after a game or something,
Mhm.
you'd see like the folks that are either getting ready to go out, the clubs and things like that, or like people who are like stumbling in
Mhm.
after the club. So it's like it was always entertaining, right? So yeah, I love a good Jersey diner, and not living too far from Danielle, the Route 130 diner down here in Delran is definitely like a family favorite. So I'm diners all day. Let's do it.
That's so true though, Randy. Like you would always see, and you always saw somebody you knew, or you definitely see kind of the late night stragglers.
Yeah, those that made it so entertaining. You know what? I remember diners so much so. I had this conversation with Chantel, my wife, a couple weeks ago. Like, remember you go in restaurants, they used to say like smoking versus non-smoking. Like, do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Yes. Yes.
And
It's no
diners are usually
more.
like smaller, right? So it's like they get
Yeah.
one half, but the smoke always seemed to creep over
Well,
to
it'd be
the other
divided by
side.
like, something that didn't even like go up to like it would be like a
Yeah.
glass thing that went up to like here, like that was gonna stop it.
It was pre-COVID screens then,
Uh,
like when you go to Teller and everybody had the COVID screens up.
mm.
Right, the sneeze guards. Well, it's
I,
like being on a plane, smoking or non-smoking.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
being on a plane when they had that, and my mother smoked all the time. And after they banned that, she never flew again. But
Wow.
that was ridiculous. It's
She's
like
like,
all
that's the whole
smoking.
point.
Yeah,
I-
I always thought the smoking section in the restaurants were like the VIP section.
Hey.
I'm like, why can't I sit there?
Yeah,
I
it's
was
only
little.
Atlantic City now. Atlantic City's the only like smoking section left is the slots in Atlantic City.
Mm. I don't know. For me, like okay, so you mentioned how, you haven't seen like the 24-hour diners since COVID. My big thing is the all you can eat Chinese buffet restaurants. Like I miss
Oh,
those so much.
oh.
We were at an event and I don't remember which event it was, but maybe like down the street from the event, there was a big sign, as I'm leaving, I'm going down the street and there's a big sign for like all you can eat Chinese buffet. And I swear to God, I did like an illegal, dangerous as hell U-turn, went right into the parking lot, and I see it, and there's like a sign. It was like boarded up. It was like closed. I'm like, take
Aw.
down the sign then.
Your Spidey sense. You're like the
Yeah,
Terminator. Like, what's
don't
that?
tease me like that.
Yeah, so we actually have one right near us. Cinnamon
You got all the spots, Danielle.
We do, right where the go-karts are. It's
Oh,
actually
yeah,
all
yeah,
you
yeah.
can
You guys
eat
got
and
go-karts
hibachi.
too?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I've been looking to take my daughter to hibachi for a while now because I think that would be so entertaining for her.
Have to.
I'm sure she wouldn't enjoy like any of the actual food, but just the entertainment of it, like making the little volcano, throwing the food in your mouth. It would be so much fun.
I
It's
think
dinner and a
that'd be
show.
great.
And that's another thing I haven't seen in years,
That's a great date night too.
Absolutely.
It's super.
Wait,
They get so frustrated with me because they'll try and throw the shrimp or whatever, and I can never catch it. And one chef took
That's
like a
not
handful
on
of
you. That's
cucumbers
on
and
them.
threw it at me.
that's their responsibility to get it in your mouth. If they're throwing it into the air, like I don't have like a job as some awesome hibachi chef. Why? Because I can't throw and catch food. Your job is just to open your mouth, and then from there on, it's them.
They're amazing. Like,
I like
with
that.
the way they do the knives and everything, like I would have lost a finger.
Absolutely,
Oh.
or more. My whole
Yeah,
hand.
probably a hand.
Anakin Skywalkered right off. Um,
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we had so down here, so at the, I'm like in the Asbury Park area, the Inkwell was a big one. The Inkwell was open all night long. They had Dutch coffee. And Dutch coffee didn't taste anything like coffee. They would put like a stick of butter in the coffee maker and it would come out and it was just so delicious, like hot chocolate, but all butter, and then they
Oh,
would cream on it. And so we'd all go for the Dutch coffee at night. It was just kind of the coolest spot. And then we had the windmill, and I know windmills are there's windmills in other places now, there's franchises, but the first windmill was this big red windmill and that would stay open till like 4:30 in the morning. And so you would all go to the windmill, get your orange drink and a hot dog and cheese fries. So that's
hey.
kind of like our pseudo diner.
Nice. Now I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be our tour. Planet New Jersey tours the shore.
Oh, I like it. We're working with something
Mhm.
here.
that sounds
It's
like a
com-
milestone episode, like when we hit 25, 50, something like that.
Let's wait for 25. Let's not wait till 50.
Yeah.
And then you can come down here for the 24-hour stuff.
So where is here? You don't have to give me an address, but like, what
Delran. I live in Burlington County, Delran.
Burlington.
I'm
Okay.
15 minutes outside Philly, if that helps.
Sure.
Yeah, let's see, 15 minutes from the Cherry Hill Mall.
Delaware River is like right there.
Yeah, we're right there. So yeah, Delran was actually named because of the Delaware River, and they're in Caucus, not the Delaware River. Yeah,
Okay.
Fun
Delaware.
facts? She's coming
And
with
the
fun
rank hook is-
facts?
I
Right.
do.
That's
I have one.
awesome.
So yeah, that's how it got its name.
That's a quick way to get your Planet New Jersey passport. Just I'm telling you, when you bring something to the table like a fun fact, you put her in the front of the line.
It's
Okay,
like,
so when's it coming in the mail?
That's all
I
up to
did-
Casey.
gonna check.
Okay.
Gonna check.
Casey's there in
I
the
gotta hear
background,
it
like, damn, that was
somewhere.
question 2. Now I got to cross that up.
I'm so excited.
So speaking of which, so Vin, you got some getting to know you questions for
No,
our
that's Randy today,
special
right?
guest? Oh, is that Randy? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
Sorry, Cowboy.
No
Randy
worries, no
Randy.
worries. Yeah, you know what? Let me explain this while I have it on. I got online today, and I'm used to Vin with his, regular headphones. Casey comes with the scarf. Then Danielle just comes with all bright personality. I felt so personalityless. I had to go and get
Oh,
something to just bring some life to the table. So, good thing about today,
You're
though, we
good.
have one of my favorite
First of
people
all, I'm
in
going to
BIA.
choose not to be offended by regular headphones. Like, I'm a tech junkie. These are very special to me, all right?
They're fancy.
Noise canceling and everything, okay?
Very sophisticated. You look very posh.
Thank you,
Unintentional,
thank you.
completely unintentional.
All
We
right,
won't
go
be
ahead.
playing the record. One of my favorite people today, man, Wink. I'm so happy she's here. Was working with her actually early this morning, and pre-production, right? So pre-production, one of the things we were talking about with some of your hobbies and things that you do outside of keeping me abreast of everything children related, right? That you share information for me to take my little ones to. Arts and crafts. Like, tell me what you're doing with that. Does that lead to decor once your babies get older? Because I know your girl is like in college now and get ready to take over the
Yes.
world. So where does that go?
She
when it
is.
yeah.
So yeah, when you realize, your child leaves you for college, you don't have any hobbies. Yeah.
So true.
She played travel softball her whole life, and there's no more getting up at 5 a.m. on the
Thank
weekend.
God for
and
that.
then I actually miss it.
Really?
I do. I miss my
Oh.
softball tan.
Okay.
Summer. But anyway, she goes to college, and it's like, all right, I don't have to get up early. Now what do I do?
Exactly.
Like,
What do I do with all this
what
time?
what do I do? So the little kid in me says, you know what? I'm gonna do stuff that I probably should have done when she was 10, but we couldn't because we were on the softball field. So
Yeah.
I love to do like little arts and crafts. I somehow knitted a blanket. It doesn't look like a blanket, but it still keeps me warm. I did that. I tried crocheting and I got too frustrated.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that didn't work out.
That's
But
amazing. You can knit. I can't knit. I can crochet.
well, it was a hand knit thing, so I don't know. There's probably the stick things. No, I probably poke an eye out. So this Sunday, me and my daughter Kelsey. So shout out to Kelsey. We are
She's one
going
of our
to.
interns, right? Is she doing that again this year?
She is. She's just killing it in life, as I tell people. Kelsey for Prez.
Apple
2040.
doesn't fall too far from the tree. And
Oh,
don't forget,
no.
I came up with the slogan, everybody needs a wink. Give me my credit.
Yes, yes.
Right.
That's going to be her presidential slogan.
I still
So, yes.
remember Kelsey from when she came in for Take Your Child to Work Day, like way
Yes.
back. I want to say it was like 2017, 2018. We made like a short movie of all the kids in the class, or not class, all the kids from BIA, and she was the one that did my evil laugh. I was like, "Who's good at an evil laugh?" And the hand went right up. She was like, "Right here." Yeah.
She still got it.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Well, the two of you, when you walk in a room and you're both there, if you're not looking at me, I'm like, who's who? You guys are. I mean, you're just twinsies. It's so cute.
It's great. I love it. I can't deny her.
Speaking
anyway,
of kids and arts and crafts. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we're making a mosaic light box on Sunday. So I'm very excited for that.
Cool.
What's that? What's a light box?
So it's a square box, and you can put a light in it, and it has like the cord and everything. So what it is you get like the little glass pieces, and you just put it all together, and then you glue it. You do this whole thing. It's right in Voorhees. So I'm looking forward to having some fun.
Oh, you have to send us a picture after. That sounds so
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
Absolutely. I'll send a before and after.
Yes, send it before and after. That sounds awesome.
Yes,
So then when you light it up, it's all the colors, like it's like a carnival.
Whatever you
lamp?
want to do.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very
Sounds
excited.
pretty
Like you
cool.
can do like an Aladdin lamp and everything. I'm like, yeah, I'm not there yet.
Genie comes out and everything. You're like, okay, this is more than I bargained for.
Right, I'm not ready.
Actually, one of the things I'm in the market for, or looking for, is like some kind of arts and craftsy kind of project that I can do with all of the artwork I've got sitting around, because Chloe is in the most prolific period of her life. Like, every day there's something like 2-3 pieces of new artwork being produced.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I don't know what to do with all of this. Like, I feel bad,
So-
like, sneaking it into the recycling, but like, if there was something I could do with it all,
Ben, whenever you figure that out, let me know, because I have the same thing times two, and it's the
Yeah.
pile on the top of the refrigerator is getting like, we got to do something. So
one of the things that we did do, and I'll let Danielle, right after I said it, all right, so we took pictures of a bunch of it, like kind of like scanned pics, like, not actually putting it in the scanner, but making it look like it was scanned. And then we made like a book, like from
nice.
Shutterfly
Yes,
or
sir.
whatever.
Yep.
But you can't keep doing that, So go ahead, Danielle, your idea.
So I got you guys.
All right, here we
Thank
go.
you.
So I would do binders for the
Mhm.
year, and you get those plastic inserts, and then
Okay.
everything's there. So yes, and if my daughter's hearing me right now, she's not aware of this.
Oh, really?
She's gonna come home, look for the binder. There's gonna be like a whole shelf, like 2014,
There is.
2015.
There is. It's stuff from coloring books, stuff she made in school,
Mm.
little cards, all that stuff, because
So much of this stuff is like 3-dimensional, or like it's
It
weird
is, but,
shapes.
yeah. Some of that stuff
Yeah.
I'll wrap up in tissue paper and just it's in the box to look
I
at.
have seen a lot of things where they take like the t-shirts that the kids wear
Mhm.
and make like big blankets or quilts out of
Yes.
those,
Yeah, a t-shirt quilt right here. But I would do, because there is so much and it becomes overwhelming. I would be like, all right, let's pick your 5 best pieces. Right? Like a gallery. What are your 5 best pieces? I was just looking to see if I could find it. One year we Reading Rainbow has a contest every year.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
Right?
Love
And
that
Reading
show.
Rainbow, of course, because it's the best. LeVar Burton. We made a book, and Sunny was a new kid in school, so it was called The New Kid. And we went and took photos of this school, Bradley Beach Elementary School, and then she drew over the photos. So she had like the kids drawing of like a school bus pulling up, and then talked about what it was like to be a new kid. And that was something we like put together for arts crafts, and you can send it out to the Reading Rainbow contest. Like that's something
It's
you can
awesome.
pull some of the things you work on and send it out to like little contests. But yeah, I would treat it as like a gallery. Be like, all right, we can't keep everything. What are your best pieces? And then keep those.
So is this contest open to adults? Or is it just for kids?
Maybe
Danielle's
I don't
got a
know.
lot of free
I haven't
time on her
looked.
hands now.
It's possibly. I would look.
I'll
look.
be Googling later.
Yes. Maybe
So let me throw
LeVar
Wink
Burton.
one more kind of hobby related question, right? So you said that
Okay.
kayaking. Are you one of those
Yes.
folks, being so close to the river, that you have like the kayaks that go in the car, like that on the hood of the car, the back of the car, and you?
Yeah,
Are you
it's
one of
on
them?
the list. It's on the list. The only reason why I don't have it is because I don't want to store it outside under a tarp.
I gotcha.
But yes, I do love it. It's relaxing for Kelsey and I. Where was the one place that we love? Shark River. I believe.
In Neptune? By me?
Yes. Yeah. We do Shark River. So relaxing. That was fun. There was one time, it wasn't in Jersey. It was somewhere else. We went kayaking right in the Chesapeake Bay, and we saw some dolphins, and it was like,
Awesome.
No
wow.
way. How cool.
So yes. And then we are actually going kayaking in August in Atlantic City.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So yes, we're trying to hit different places throughout the state. So very
Awesome.
excited, looking for it. But it's
I
very
love that
fun.
idea.
If nobody's ever done kayaking, try it. Another great place that we do a lot is the Warrenton State Park. Mixed canoe, great. They'll drop you off. You can do
We
tubing.
use that too. Every year we would go, we'd camp at Basto State Forest, and we would canoe, we'd get mixed, and we
Yep.
would canoe to our campsite. That's awesome.
So yeah, that's another fun. They have lots of trails. Or is it called trails when you kayak? I don't know.
Yeah, the path, the like
Waterways. I don't know. But yeah,
That sounds right. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fun. You see, I get distracted because there's dogs that are on there with Life Vest, and they're just jumping, having fun with mom and dad, and I'm like, this is adorable.
That is kind of treacherous though, that waterway, because there's so many like trees that have fallen down. They're sticking out, and you do have to
Yes.
kind of navigate it a little
So
bit.
it's kind of like, it's not a mud run with in there, but it's like a kayaking like run because there's trees down. So you got to get
Yeah.
out of the kayak. You have to go over. If you're, I've noticed like if it's not like I'm with a group, but like a whole bunch of people get stranded, there's always one person there that's holding the hands to get everyone over. It's just, everyone's just so friendly. It's so nice. It's peaceful.
Mhm.
It's very relaxing. So yeah, I love it. I enjoy it. So if anyone is watching, listening, try kayaking once. I do not recommend doing it in the 2-person one, or you will end up fighting like me and my child. Because we're trying to figure out who's controlling, who's doing what. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just going to sit back here. You do all the work. So yes,
That's another
I
one of the things
recommend
I love.
solos.
It's another one of the things I love about Jersey, right? You got the ocean to one side, and then like a major river that runs between Jersey and Pennsylvania. We've got it all. Then I'm done. Then go ahead.
I was just gonna say we absolutely have it all, but yeah. All right, so
What can you do? It's
we had
Jersey.
all these fun icebreakers, but really the ice is broken. We brought Danielle from NJBIA's staff here
That was so good.
Well
to
done.
talk about
transition.
the Women Business Leaders Forum that's coming up. We're not actually going to talk about
Correct.
that right this second. Put that on hold. We'll talk about that in a bit. But first,
Okay.
I want to ask, like, tell us a little bit about your role as an event planner at BIA.
Well, as I tell everybody, I get paid to have fun. I love my job. I love my colleagues. They're more than colleagues. They're family.
You're so good at it too.
I know.
Oh,
You're the perkiest.
thank you.
You're like the perkiest. You're always on top of everything, and you're just you have like the sparkliest personality.
I'm going to put that on my resume now. Sparkly personality. I like
You guys
that.
listen, you guys are on a roll with one-liners.
I like this. I'm going to copyright some of this. So yes, event planning is fabulous. I work with everybody, Casey as well, Anthony, Betty, Valerie, our whole entire team. We're already planning for 2025. We have a few events coming up right now. We have October. We're having our annual membership celebration at the Molly Pitcher. Very excited for that. We also have our last Nine and Dine at Knobs Creek, if I'm correct.
Oh no, the last
That was
night
the first
was
one.
Eagles Ridge in Lakewood.
Eagles Ridge.
Super fun. 99,
Yes.
super fun. Yeah.
Yes, join us. It's open to men and women, so please come hang out with us. We also have our Energy Conference and Awards, which is a great, fabulous day of so many inspirational speakers talking to us. Keynote award celebration afterwards.
Is that
Lots
going to
of
be at the
networking.
same place as last year? I asked
Yes.
not for the purposes of event planning, but just because the food was phenomenal there last year. Just want to
That's-
see if it's
that's
going
why
to be
it's
These are
there.
similar.
3 meals, right? Is this where Randy has like I don't remember having a
Yeah,
full breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then an
Yes.
open bar after the fact. There may have even been some desserts out. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think besides WBLF, this was the longest event, and
Yeah.
It was a long day.
I ran on coffee the whole time, so I couldn't sleep
Yeah.
that night. But hey, my own fault.
The food was good though. I remember Randy, we were laughing about it because we ate, it was like exactly full meals, but then they kept walking around
Right.
the cocktail hour with
Yeah.
other appetizers, and we're like, all right, what's that? Let's bring it over, bring it over.
The crazy
I ate
thing
to
about
please.
that was that it wasn't just like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was fantastic breakfast, fantastic lunch, fantastic dinner.
Yeah, it
I don't even
was.
remember what the stuff was called, but I was like, well, I got to try
Well,
all of this. Yeah.
Yeah, I get there right early in the morning and I start prepping for the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner, making the desserts. I mean, it's hard doing everything, but you know what? It's fun. Like I said, I get paid to have fun.
I remember
I
I felt.
love it.
Go ahead.
Go
man.
ahead. No, I was going to say, I remember we were at an event and Danielle was backing up the van and I was supposed to be behind it telling her when to stop. And I made it seem like she ran me over and I gave her a heart attack. And I felt bad because Danielle is so nice and bubbly. I gave her like
awful,
literal
Vinny.
heart palpitations.
It's terrible.
I was
Poor
like,
Danielle.
oh my God, I ran over my friend. Oh my God. How am I going to tell Michelle this? Is insurance going to cover this? Like, all this is going through my head.
Yes.
But
And
he was
all I did
okay.
was like, oh!
Oh my God. Ever the showman.
Yes. Any fun
Yeah.
memories of like hosting events or planning events? Like what would you say your favorite
Mm.
event of the year is?
That's a good question.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, but you can't tell the other events.
That's fine. Like, I don't think the other
It's not
events
being
listen to the
it's
show.
not
Not
being recorded or
watching.
anything. Don't worry
Not
about it.
watching? Okay, WBF is my
Sure.
favorite.
Okay, and
It
we're
is
gonna talk about that soon.
it is my
But
favorite. I
yeah,
do love them, and I do love we also do webinars, our mental health
yeah.
series. They're amazing. They're for adults, they're for adolescents, they're for children, and it's great. And if you can't make the meetings, no worries. We record them, we send it out, they live live on our website. But yeah, those they hit you. Especially after COVID, you're like, wow, are they talking to me? Like yeah, it's like, oh my gosh. And it's great. Like, I'm at a loss for words right now. But yeah, those are my two, but WBLF is my favorite. So just don't tell the other events.
What made you
I
want
don't
to
then
get
they get
into
mad.
event planning? Because I know you weren't in it always.
No, I was not. So I jumped at the opportunity. I love people. I love people. I love getting to interact with people. And that's what draw me into this. I like planning stuff. And then at the end, you're like, all right, it was a success.
And you can
It
see
was
it. Like
great.
that, you're totally right.
Yeah,
With like an event, you see what you did. It's not just on the phone and you see the whole event happen and kind of come together.
exactly. And every time we have an event, I learn something new,
Yeah,
which is great. And of course, there's always a little hiccup, a little pickle. But guess what? No one knows. That's
yeah.
the best part. But yeah, I extremely I can't even say it enough. I love what I do. If it wasn't for I'm gonna say my friends, my colleagues, they just make everything enjoyable and everything else. So yeah, I can't praise you guys enough.
And you do a fantastic job with it. I was so,
Absolutely.
like, you take for granted when it's your own company's events, like, okay, this is just what we do.
Mhm.
But then, like, I got dragged to some other events, and I was just like, wow. If we're like a 10 out of 10, these are like a 2 out of 10.
Yes.
So hats off to you. I don't have one like Randy does at the
Um,
moment, but hats off to you. It really is fantastic.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit. There's a
Yes, you
team
can.
behind it.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. It's a team effort.
Sure, sure, sure.
So yes, yes. So if you have never been an NJBI event, please come say hi to me. We can
I'll
talk
say this.
about diners.
Yeah,
Yep.
by the time people are listening to this, this will be airing in early September. We've got a really big one coming up. Casey, why don't you ask her a couple questions about that?
So yeah, so we have, but I do want to say just real quick before we jump into that, the
Mm.
webinars are one of my favorite things to do with Danielle as well, because Danielle is like Oz. She makes everything go,
The
and
woman behind the
she's there. You
curtain.
don't always see her, but you know she's there. She's making sure that nothing's gonna happen. So
Uh,
I just read everything off the script that she already wrote. So I just will say one of my favorite things to do with
so I'm gonna jump in real quick because you called me Oz.
you.
Wizard of Oz is a movie that scares me.
Oh, really?
I mean, there's definitely some scary elements to that film. There's like the
Can't watch
monkeys and
it.
everything, and
I can't.
uh,
There's some very yeah, it can be upsetting on levels,
So
but I
yes,
only meant it as a compliment because you are
I
a
appreciate it. I just had to say, yeah, it scares me just a smidgen.
it can be. I mean, I'm not going to say like whatever, but certain things in New
don't
Jersey that are
spoil
legal
it.
now.
Don't spoil
No, no,
it.
no, I'm not spoiling a film from 80 years ago or whatever. I'm just saying there are certain things in New Jersey that are legal now, and if you were to watch that with something like that, I imagine it would be really trippy and crazy, and I don't know.
Taking another turn. That's
Who are all
later.
these
This is
little
Canada's
people?
event.
Well,
But yeah, so our Women Business Leaders Forum is coming up. It's our biggest event of the year. It's the largest professional women's forum in the state. I got to go to my first one last year, and I was absolutely overwhelmed at not just the event itself, which is amazing, but the energy this event brings and the people it brings out and the speakers, and everybody leaves. You come in and you're excited about the event, but when you leave, you're so amped up about
Right.
what you can do and the people that you've met. So, Danielle, I definitely, since you've been in more than me, I would love to hear about how it's kind of evolved over the years, or the first time you were at the event. Walk us through that a little bit if you can remember some of the big things.
Yes. So as I've been saying, WBF is my favorite event. Over 300 people. We are going to be having 12 breakout sessions. Delicious food. I put that in there.
Always
Little
delicious
dance
food.
party. that we're going to be having, photo booth, which was so much fun last year. And
Oh,
this is
that
our
was
10th anniversary. So we are going over the top this year. And of course, it's open to men and women. Lots of networking, exhibit tables, and great. So let's go back. 2017, I believe, first one. And unfortunately, I do not recall where it was at. But it has been growing ever since. We did have it while we were at COVID, and we did it virtually, which was a great success as well. Last year, we were at the Newark Marriott. And that was just another phenomenal forum. Everything went great. I can't get over the food. Like, I'm sorry, I'm
The
going
food
right
was
for
great, and
food.
the dance
The
party
tater
was so
tots,
fun.
yeah, tater tots were fun. I mean, we had a dance party, and for those that are listening, watching, we were wearing our socks. I showed up in my glittery
And
unicorn socks,
and Vinny
having
was the
fun.
star of that dance. But I'm just gonna have to throw that out there. Our
Yes,
own.
we did.
Absolutely.
For those
Um,
that weren't there, you play Billie Jean. I got to do it.
yes, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but there's a Copacabana version that BIA does.
Yeah.
That does
It
get
will
a little
be there.
karaoke out there.
It's going to be there again this year, so at least come for that. Draw you in. It's something you don't want to miss. It's why I love
Little
coming to
Wanioke,
WLF.
we call it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Case,
we
Case,
do. We do. We do.
Case, can I jump in? Because so
No,
I've had
no.
oh, okay.
I was
I've
gonna
had
say you don't have to ask permission. When I edit these together, I'm always like, "Why is he asking me? Just do it."
I've
Because
had
he's
three.
polite.
This year I think will be
Mm.
my third WBLF, but my first one with NJBIA was the one right after COVID when everybody returned back in person. It's like over 500 people, I think, and I mean it was like I think I was with BIA for maybe a month prior, and it was the first big event that I went to, and it happened to be our largest event of the year. And it just like opened my eyes to the scale of like who BIA is and like what they do in the state and how many people respect them and want to be involved and get connected. I mean, the event just like really blew my mind. I was like, oh, this is where I got hired. Let's
It's
go.
great. So Randy,
It
I
does, it's
remember
true.
conversation we were having, and your remark was, "Is this real life?" And
Oh
I'm like,
wow.
"Yes, it is." I remember that. I'm like, "Yes, it is. Welcome to BIA. You're
Wow.
you're you're part of the family." So yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So
I feel honored. I've been to all 9, and I've watched it evolve over the years. And it started huge, and it's only gotten. I
and
guess the line is bigger and better. They love to say that. So yeah.
Nice.
Did it start fit? Did it start with like a large attendance, Vinny?
I mean, I couldn't give you a number, but it started as a big deal. Like it didn't.
Mhm.
It wasn't just like I think even from the first one, we knew this was more than just like one of our regular events, and it drew more than like let's say one of our regular events. But it's it's gotten so massive over the years, and when I say that, I don't just mean the attendance. I mean like it went from like okay, we're doing it on the stage to okay, now we've got 3 breakouts going on at the same time, and when that's done, we're gonna have 3 breakouts going on at the same time again. Like it's just been such a huge event, and then it went to 2 days, and it was at the
Correct.
shore. I think it was at Atlantic City. We had what was it, Caesars?
Yes, this year we're at Bally's. Yes.
Right. But there was another year. I want to say it was the year before last, or maybe the year before that. I lose track of time now. I don't know, but it was it's been such a huge event for so long. And the what do you call it? The cocktail out? Was that a cocktail hour? Is that what
Cocktail
we call it?
reception.
It
Cocktail
was
reception.
no
Yeah. We've had like
breaking.
the open bar networking, and I've met so many awesome people during that, and I have had so much fun. I wouldn't trade any of it.
Yeah,
No,
when
and
you were at
like
the
you were
shore,
saying, yeah.
sorry.
No, I'm sorry. So as you were saying, Vinny, it started as one day and it has grown to 2, which that has to say something about it. And we are now the largest women's business leaders forum in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So
It's so cool.
Last year was really cool too because I host a lot of our new member webinars and things. So like walking through the foyer and with all the the movement and everything going on, like people were walking up to, hey, you do the maximize your membership thing. Like, actually, yes, I do the maximize membership. Good to meet you in person. Like it just makes you feel
No
like
autographs, please.
it just makes you feel really cool to be a part of the process and the team of this thing, man. Like for sure. And I mean, even to say so, like for Danielle and her part with the events team, like with all the webinars and things that we do, I feel 100% more, so much more comfortable and confident when she's in the background working and doing
Oh,
everything that
right?
needs
Because
to
you
be
know
done.
that it's all
Like,
going to be taken care of.
yeah,
No issue, no technical issues are going to come up that she can't solve.
dude, questions
Guys
and
are
everything. Like
so
she's
nice.
it just like a well-oiled machine, man. So yeah.
Is
My
there anything?
cheeks are like up here right now. Like you have no idea. My mouth hurts from laughing and smiling. Like I'm like, all right, I'm done for the year. I'm
Yeah.
not working anymore. This is great.
That's right. You're so fabulous, and you should know it.
Gosh.
Is there anything
I went
coming up at this one that you're looking forward to?
Outside of us
Oh.
being there, of course, we're playing in New Jersey, but
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because Planet New Jersey will be there
yes.
we're
live
ticketed.
on videotape.
Yeah. We
I'm
haven't
Like,
talked
actually
pretty
here
about
much like
for
this,
that.
but
that.
yes, we're going to be performing a live, I mean, not broadcast live, but live in front of the audience at WBLF. We're going to be kicking off, what was it, day 2, something like that?
We're not sure which day it's going to be
Okay.
yet, but yeah, stay tuned for further information. But we
Yeah,
will be there. Your favorite podcasters can come meet us live.
Can't
absolutely.
wait. Yes. And if you want an autograph with them, come see me. I will take care of it.
I was told flat out by my wife that it is illegal to bring a t-shirt cannon into a room like that. Otherwise, that was going to be my entrance. It was going to be like, ah!
We're coming with headphones, scarves, and cowboy hats, just so
Uh,
you guys know. Headphones, scarves, and cowboy hats.
Absolutely. I'm going to have this hooked up to nothing. It's just going to be there for the sake of
Yeah,
it.
it's just going to be for the style.
Yeah.
I think we could get a t-shirt cannon.
All right. All right. All
Let me
right.
see. Let me see what I can do.
If anybody can make this happen, it's Danielle.
I will
I'm gonna
provide the
try.
t-shirts. So
All right, as long as I get one for free.
you got it. It's
You got to
yours.
catch it. Well, you were on softball, so I think you got to get a shot.
Not fair.
All right. The three of us aside, what else is going on in WBLF this year?
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so what else? So all right, so wait a minute. Before we jump on to our game show, I just want to talk about WBLF for one more hot minute. Because since it's our 10th anniversary, right, Danielle, we do have some of our panels, which we always have fabulous panels, but some of our panels this year have kind of like just a little more skipping their step, like a little bit of a facelift, there are some things that we talk about in some of our women's forums, like how to dress professionally for the workplace, which has totally changed over the years, where your culture is a lot more celebrated in the workplace than it used to be. So there's a lot of things that are refreshed to meet the modern workforce, right? Than in the past. Do you think like our panels are like a little more
They
refreshed?
are, yes. So sorry to cut you off. Apologies. Our panels this year are so diverse and everything. So of course, there's a couple of my favorites. So of course, don't tell me the other ones. Networking and business development. It's a huge favorite of mine right now. Elevate your personal presence, which I think everybody could use. I think that's going to be a phenomenal discussion. And another one is creating your own women's mentorship program. I think that's
I
going
love
to
that
be,
one too.
I think that is going to be very enlightening and just to, see how it is. How does it start? How does it, go? And I'm like thinking, wow, maybe I can mentor somebody,
Yeah, what are the logistics of actually making that work?
Exactly. Like, do I need a certificate for this? Like, do I need to take classes? How does this work? Like, I think that would be really, really nice to do, like help somebody just starting out in the business or somebody that's still in college, give them some advice on what to do, what not to do, how to certainly dress, how to speak to other people, how to network. I think that's going to be another favorite of mine. So I need to make sure that all those three are right back to back so I can see them all.
Well, the mentorship program, and this is the Women's Business Leaders Forum, but I feel like we can all go back and look at what we were like when we just started professionally and how you'd want to talk to yourself about, your confidence level, like how you proceed, what you would go back and tell your younger self. You know what I mean? Like all of that, no matter what, is valuable, right? Because you're totally different when you first get out into the workforce.
Absolutely. What I can tell myself, thank God I stopped wearing blue eyeshadow. That's a given. There's no pictures of that, I hope. But yeah, throughout my past life, as I call it, learning everything I have done has catered, I guess, to me being in the position I am now. It all led me to this. And even with this, I am learning so much from everybody every day. Big shout out to Betty Burrows and Kate Conray.
Burrows.
Yes, who have taught me everything, still teach me stuff, point out stuff. And half of it's like a light bulb going off, like, oh my gosh, you're right. And like, we're on the same page and stuff like this. And it's a remarkable everything that I have learned. I'm actually going to say I have learned more in the 7 years I've been here than I have in previous jobs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and BIA is stuck with me. You're not getting rid of me. I'm so sorry. I'm going to retire here. Actually, I probably won't retire. I'm just going to still hang out. That's how much I love my job.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
I mean, look, everybody does who if you're not a member and you hear this, podcast, you'd be like, I have got to join. This is like where there's so many good vibes.
Yes, come hang out. Stop by. I'll be at the registration desk at our events. Come hang out. Say hi.
Thank.
And here's the thing, I
Good
can't
one,
wink.
Case.
I don't know how to wink. It's so
What?
sad. I can't wink. I can blink. I can't wink.
You got a
Here's-
couple
can't
weeks
whistle.
before WBLF. You got to get that together.
You gotta get
Alright,
that.
is there
Yeah, that's your
is there like a
signature.
YouTube video on how to do this?
Probably.
I think that's just like basic human physiology. Like, I don't know. I wasn't aware that there were. I mean, I can't
am
whistle. I'll tell you that.
challenged.
All right.
I'm challenged. I can't wink and I
Yeah, you practice in the mirror. You got it.
all right, I'll be doing that the rest of the day.
All right. So is everybody ready then?
Well, hold on before we get to the game. If anybody wants to register for the WBLF, I
thank
believe it's njbia.org/WBLF 2024. Is that the right address?
Correct.
Cool.
That is correct. Or you can stalk us on our webpage and go to
Sure.
events and it's right there.
All right.
All right, perfect. Thank you for that. Because I forgot about that.
Now, can I get a
so-
win, please? Because I'm losing horribly here in our trivia show. Can I
I
get a
wouldn't
win
say you're
today?
losing horribly. Here, I can bring up the score real quick. I know Casey is in the lead. Here we go. Casey has
Smoking
7.
guns.
I have 5. Oh wait, you are horribly. I'm
Thanks for reminding me, Vin.
How
I'm
bad?
looking at
If
these.
he-
I'm looking at these numbers now. Casey is in the lead with 7. I have 5. Randy has 2. And if you take all the points that our guests have gotten, they have 6.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that those tables would turn real quick if we started asking a lot more sports questions. Because I know that
Yeah.
Randy pays a lot of attention
I
to.
don't know. I
sport.
asked about like the first professional basketball game. I asked about the Rocky. I have thrown some sports questions out there, and like every time.
It's okay. Randy, it's okay. At least you're not in the negative.
Well, let's see.
Not
How
yet.
about this? All right, so to start off the game, this is not a question I had down, but I learned it yesterday, and it's a sports question. So
This just in.
This just in. I'll throw it out there. Is everybody ready? Does everybody have their Sharpie and their 3 pieces of paper?
Yep.
Okay, so Daniel, you're gonna write down your answer. Give everybody a
Okay.
couple seconds, and they're gonna hold it up. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So this is the new impromptu question I learned yesterday. Sports question.
Sure.
The Jets colors are green and white, right? The New York Jets, which really should be the New Jersey Jets because everything's in New Jersey. But anyway, the New York Jets. Why are their colors green and white? Do you know who owned the team originally to make their colors green and white?
Is there a hint for this?
Well,
Is it
they're
a
green
person?
white. So green white is not just the colors of the Jets, it's color also iconic with another brand. But think about how old the Jets team is. So
I'm probably wrong.
is everybody minute. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
No
All right,
idea.
let's see. What do we
How
have?
do you-
I don't even know. I'm going
Yeah,
in
me
A.
either.
All right, Oscar the Grouch, what do you have? Yes! Hess, Leon Hess, green and white, just like the Hess station.
Wink.
Well done.
All right. Your guest people are moving on up.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Come on, the Hess truck.
And I learned that
It
yesterday.
makes
I thought
sense now
was
that
so
you say
cool.
it. You know.
It's
Yeah, and
the
I used to
same
get those
green.
every year for Christmas.
Yeah,
Freaking
exactly.
Crazy.
And now once I heard that, and I didn't get it either, I'm like, I have no idea. And then when he said it, I was like, Of course, green and white, right? Like it's so iconic. So Leon has, yeah, there you go. Well done, Danielle. All right, so here we go. We got another one.
Okay.
Geese control companies. Geese control companies like the Geese Police in New Jersey have pioneered strategies for geese crowd control. What kind of animal do they use to help keep geese under control?
The spelling count.
No.
It does not count, but
No.
yeah.
We got to be able to make out what you're getting across. That's
Right.
really it.
And it's
Okay.
generic. Does not have to be specific. It's a generic animal. Animal. I don't want to say that.
Trying to think of what I see.
I'm locked in. I don't. This is a guess.
Um,
I was at
okay.
a place not that long ago, and there was just this. I don't know if it was a duck or a goose or something, but like it was in the middle of the street, like the parking lot, and it
Right.
was defending this one little area of the parking lot where its mate had an egg. And I was like, whoa, we can't have this like right in the middle of the parking
Yeah.
lot. It was aggressively defending this little area.
So what did you do? Did you move it or did you do anything?
That thing was aggressive. I'm
Does
not
it look like
moving its
Steve
egg.
Irwin?
It's not my parking lot.
It's Steve Irwin.
We were at it was in I can't remember the town, but we were at this indoor skydiving place, and it was like
Ooh.
right outside of that. Just like everybody that walked by, it was like getting up in its grill. Like, this is my little area. All right, this is where our egg
Back
is.
off.
That's it. You get the cones around it. All right, so we digress. All right, what was it?
All right, this
where
is
are
what
we?
I got.
Answers? Let's see
I
what
put
we got.
So mine are like the black little coyotes that they put on.
Oh, and what do you have there? Dogs?
I wrote dogs. Yeah,
Dogs is the answer.
that makes sense. I mean, my first thought was like mongoose or snake, and then I'm like, it's got to be something that we can control. Like,
Right. I didn't want to say it doesn't be a specific breed. I just think, yeah, dogs. So there we go. All right. So then we got this one. I don't know. We'll see how easy this one is. I thought it might be easy, but maybe it's just because of my age. So what New Jersey set HBO show was the first cable show to win Emmy for Outstanding Drama? So what show was set in New Jersey? It was an HBO show, and it was the first cable show to win the Emmy for Outstanding Drama.
All right, I'm locked in.
yeah, me too. I mean, I feel like this is the obvious answer. And
Everyone
it's gonna
should
be wrong.
know. Randy, if you don't know
it's
this.
going to be wrong, and that's the problem. Like, this is a trick question. It's going to be like
let's
Game
see.
of Thrones or something.
Oh, no, we got three-way tie. That's it. The Sopranos. That's right.
It's the right answer? Okay.
Yep, it's
I-
it's the Sopranos.
I
I'm so
thought it was going to
happy
be
Randy
something
got a
crazy.
point.
Yeah, finally.
Well, so do we have a tie? Because I got a tiebreaker question.
Let's just
No,
do
I
it
think-
for fun.
Let's do it.
I
All
think
right.
Danielle won because she got number one right, but go ahead.
Wait, I got two of them right, too. I had the dogs and the
Oh,
Sopranos.
Oh, okay. That's
Right.
my fault then. I'm on the
So
losing end of
please
this.
slow
I'll
down.
still do the
Slow down.
tiebreaker. It's fine,
All right. So this New Jersey city has the most stolen cars, more than any other city in the U.S. So what city in New Jersey has the most cars stolen from it? And this city
I'm
is the
thinking
top
of
city.
two.
Me
You can only
too.
pick one.
So,
Randy and I are on the same page because I know where he's thinking, but I don't think it is.
It's the most in New Jersey, but it's also the most in the whole United States. So what city has the most stolen cars?
So,
Hold
okay.
on.
New Jersey.
There's a movie about this, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
All right, I'm locked in, but I went with another.
All right, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We got Hoboken, we got Camden, we got Newark. Ding, ding, ding. Randy, Newark. That's
Oh,
it.
there we go.
Well, how do you do there, folks?
Yes, that's it.
Well,
Newark.
hold on, Case. We might have to get another question from somewhere because that's 3 twos we have today. Unless
All right,
we're
well, I
gonna
got one right here.
let's
I got
go.
one more. All
What do
right.
we mean by 3 twos?
We
You
each
scored
got
twice.
two.
Yeah, everybody's got two correct
Ah.
answers.
We need one more tiebreaker. All right, we ready?
This is really putting
Yeah.
Casey at a disadvantage. Okay, let's go.
The first ever baseball game was played in what New Jersey city? That's a
I
Jeopardy
filmed
question.
there. I filmed the little plaques, so
Oh, so you know?
I know this one. Yeah,
So
yeah.
you-
It was like AFE or something. the township one, or it might have been New Good Neighbor. I can't remember which.
So you have like Slumdog Millionaire.
Yes,
stuff like these.
I have stock footage that I filmed of the little plaque that they have on the ground. Yeah.
All
Hold
right.
on, I'm changing my answer.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm probably wrong, but I probably should have stuck with it. Okay,
Go with
I'm
your
locking.
gut. Answer C.
Then I'm going with
Okay,
the
let's see where
first
are we?
one.
We got Hoboken, Princeton, and what do you have, Danielle?
Middlesex. It was
Middlesex.
Trenton.
Up, Vinny, ding, 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 Hoboken.
Yeah. We were filming the mayor, and it was awesome. Like, where it was right next to where the plaque was, and we're filming him. It's like an interview, and it's basically this very lively city street, and people keep honking, and I'm like, you're ruining my footage. Why do they keep honking? And I finally like vented. I said something like, these people keep honking, and I don't know why. And the mayor goes, oh, because they love me, and I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then the next person that like drove by slammed on the horn and was like, I love you, man. I was like, okay, apparently it's true.
That's so awesome.
This was years ago. I don't know if they still have the same mayor, but yeah.
That's so funny.
Hopefully they do.
Yeah.
I would love
awesome.
that. People would just drive by your house and be like, you rock.
I don't know
Well,
that
when
would
I'm
deal with
trying to
honking all
sleep.
hours of the night.
Oh, that's
Oh
awesome.
my
Who's the winner?
gosh.
Vinny, is it you?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so.
I
Yeah.
mean,
He just broke. He just won. He just broke
actually,
the
as a matter of fact, there were so many extra questions in that round. I pulled ahead of you, so I'm.
Oh.
It's only temporary though. Casey's like a walking encyclopedia of New Jersey.
tie.
I'm calling it
That's
now. We're
awesome.
only like a couple months into this game. Casey is taking this. All right.
No. Then they're gonna start having like NFL questions, and I'm gonna be out. Then I feel like Randy's gonna because like I'm always amazed by people who follow the NFL. Like Mark, my husband, always follows, and he could talk to anybody in any line in the grocery store. If somebody's got a hat on of any football team, he'll immediately
Really?
like, oh, what do you think of blah 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 getting traded to whatever? Like it's this crazy running knowledge of all these people.
Running knowledge.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you can talk to anybody because you were wearing some hat that like some
It's
Panthers
like
hat or
fraternities and
whatever.
sororities. Yeah, you see something and just instantly connects you.
I
Yeah,
picked the wrong
Oh.
hobby. I
Yeah.
nobody watches movies. Like I walk up to me like
Movies.
what?
well, I know. So all right, so Vinny's our big winner. Congratulations, you've won nothing because we don't have to give out the
Aw.
Wawa gift card to
That's
each other.
the little dirty secret of our show. We don't actually give prizes when we win. But
Well, hopefully it'll be T-shirt cannon.
T-shirt
in September.
cannon.
I'm just saying that the energy that we're gonna bring in the room, if we can make it work, we're gonna walk into the Planet New Jersey theme by NASCAR, and we're gonna have the T-shirt cannon armed.
It's going to be awesome.
It's gonna be huge. If we can
Yeah,
get some
yeah,
like
that's it.
indoor, like I don't know about like a smoke machine or something, like a fog machine.
Oh, I have one. I can bring
Yeah,
it. I
here we
do.
go. Here we
I
go.
do. I do. I have
Actually,
one. Bring it with me.
my brother got married and had like a fog machine in the reception for when he walked out, and it required like all these extra meetings with the fire marshal. So I'm sure we're not going to be able to do that, but something we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I
Bubbles.
have lasers also.
Bubbles would be awesome. Yeah,
Blow bubbles.
I don't want to be standing there blowing the bubbles, but if we could have a bubble machine,
We
Yeah.
have bubble. I have bubble guns.
bubble
Hey,
guns
They
sound awesome.
glow
Now
that
we're
they
talking.
glow in the dark.
Now
And
we're
you
What
talking
else
to the
does
cowboy.
Casey
got
have?
the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Not
They-
Kelsey. Casey has everything.
Kelsey, I'm gonna get my name badge.
I
used,
know.
maybe other
All day
Kelsey.
yesterday, I was
called me
calling
Kelsey
you that.
like 20 times yesterday.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No,
Oh, I feel like a dumb bunny.
You're the best. You learned
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
today? Is that you were loved. And
Hey.
I am. I've never felt so loved. So, yeah. So when
And
my
you
dog
learned
meets
how
me
to
again,
handle geese when there's too many of them around your house.
now I know.
Get the
I need to bring
dog.
my dog everywhere with me.
Get your dog out. Geese Police, New Jersey business.
That's why we don't have any.
Well, this has been an awesome one, Danielle. It's so fun to be with everybody that we work with because it's true. I do love we work with, and I love our podcast. It's an absolute blast. So come out, register if you have not for the WBLF 2024. It's a 10th anniversary. It's going to be a blast. Get on the NJBIA website and you can register right there. And I want to thank Danielle for coming out, and I want to thank our official sponsor, NJM Insurance. Exactly, NJM, they sponsor every episode. No jingles, no mascots, great insurance, and
Just
thank you
great
so much.
insurance.
Great insurance.
Yes.
So from all of us here at Planet New Jersey, I want to sign off and give a big hoot and holler and thank you. Mwah, till next time.
Aw,
Bye,
thanks for
guys.
having me, guys.